Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso salam, welcome to the channel y'all, Chesh and Yakshi Mash, and good day y'all. So what do we have here today? We have an ominous looking box that got delivered today, and this was inspired by a friend of mine who happened to have one of these that had been given to him and it was hanging around for quite a while, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never knew anybody that had one in use. I'd seen them, but I'd never seen them in use. So what I decided to do was get one, and it's arrived. So let's take off that wrapping. There we go. I think this possibly is the way up. Let's have a look. It's been taped up very well. Let's try and slice open. Now, no, it doesn't have. I mean, I thought no, this isn't the original box, I don't think, because there's no writing on it. It's just a box. Right, okay. Never mind, I thought it would have come in a box, but that's okay. Let's take it out. Yeah, that's just cardboard. Right, so that's the box gone. Oh, I like this padding. Definitely be saving this, so I'm going to unwrap it carefully. Wool to keep cool. Ah, it's wool. Excellent. Right, okay, I'll keep this wrapping because that'll come in handy. Oh, it's upside down. Okay. Let's take cardboard off the plug. Bubble wrap. Now these are gifts that would have been given to anybody and everybody that had a wedding, that got married, I can imagine. So not much to tell, as you probably saw. Right, let's take this out. Wrappings everywhere. Put that back in. So there we go. As you probably guessed by now, this is a Swan Teasmade. Let's bring it down. There we go. In all its glory. Swan Teasmade. Well, let's have a look at this. The top. It says Swan Compact Teasmade. The Swan Compact Teasmade features a quartz Steiger alarm and clock, illuminated easy to read clock face, space saving easy fill integral kettle, 4-minute snooze function, illuminating alarm and tea symbols. Personalize your Swan Compact Teasmade by inserting a photograph. Okay. Of your choice behind the panel. And then here we have the Swan Compact Teasmade comes complete with a useful space-saving fitted tray on top. The tray will hold up to 2 cups and saucers. Important, the alarm will not sound if the hands are turned manually past the set alarm time. Alright, okay. So, we have the teapot. That's nice, quite a nice chunky looking teapot. That is pretty cool. Teapot goes in there. Nothing on the back. Inside there we have, that must tell it if there's a kettle inside so it doesn't boil. That must be for setting the time. Yes, it is. So if you turn this one here, the red one sets the alarm clock, and then the other one sets the time that you want it to go off, so you could set it for. So let's have a look now. The time is 5:05. So let's set the time to 5:05. and let's say I wanted a cup of tea at 6 o'clock. So that's pretty easy to set. And then you've got the buttons here, which is for now, if you wanted a cup of tea now. That's so it's set for 6 o'clock. And then that is the snooze. Off, set, off, snooze. That must be for the alarm. Okay, cool. Alarm, tea. And then you just slide in your picture in there by the looks of it. Right, okay, let's have a look at the top. So that is the handy tray. So you put your cups on there and saucers. That is the handy tray. And this is pretty simple. It's basically just fill up in there. You can see. God, I don't know if that's been used, but that's lovely and shiny. That looks really good. And then this then, oop, that must be the arm that takes it over. Do not fill above point of marker. So that is the pointer marker there, that piece of plastic. Wow, there's really not much to it. That is it. That really is it. Okay. Let's plug it in. Okay, so I got a power source here, so let's plug it in. Okay, so there's a tiny little LED there so that you can see the time. Snooze. So then you set it. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a little look online because there's no instructions with this. So I am just going to have a little look. So there's the second hand, minute and hour, and the alarm. It's pretty basic. I basically just pop that in there. Water goes in there, heats it up. You've got your tray on the top, set up your bits and bobs on there. That heats up, pours into there, and then you just pour away. You have your cup of tea. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a wash. I'm going to give the tray a wash. I'm going to rinse out inside there, and I'm going to just make sure that so that's the time there. So we'll see and make sure I've got it synced up to my watch, and then we'll see then that is keeping time. But that's really nice, that handy little night light, because it's not too bright, but you can always see what the time is. Right, I'm gonna have a look at the instructions online, see if I can find some instructions, clean these out and come back to you. Okay, yep, so it keeps really good time. So what I've done, or what you do reading the instructions, is set the time that you want it to go off. You can set it for your cup of tea, and that is you set it for the alarm. So that tells you the alarm's on. Hit that to snooze. So we'll just turn them off for now. So on the top here, I've cleaned and rinsed everything out. And here I have my little tray. Little tray of goodies. So I have filled up this teapot, because you fill up this to judge the water level, and then pour that in carefully. So there we go, that takes it up to the max fill line. Put your lid on, put the tea bags into the mug. There we go. Put the lid on, put the teapot in there, no matter which way you put it, but you have to put it spout first. So the teapot is in there. Then we have to put the cap on. That's nice and easy. And here I've got my milk and sugar that I've already pre-prepared. There's only one way to put the tray on, so you put that on top. Then I'm going to put my mug, my spoon, and then because obviously I'm going to sleep in for a few hours, so I'll put the saucer on top then to protect the milk. We've set the time for 6 o'clock for it to go off, so I'm going to set for a cup of tea, and then that little green light has come on, and then I'm going to set for the time, for the alarm, sorry. That went on. Yeah, it's on. So the green light is on for the alarm, and the green light is on for making a cup of tea, and now that should, at 6 o'clock, start doing this. I'm not sure when it will start boiling, because see, that's a little bit flashy. We'll see, because that just went off then. This switch goes, it's a bit stiff. This one's just a little bit stiffer. Anyway, the light's on, the light's on. Right, let's just leave it now and see what happens. Okay, so it's 10 to 6, and I can hear the kettle starting to boil.
Cool to the touch.
It's not super loud. Boiling. I just hear a click. Well, that's not quiet. Percolating into the teapot. Oh my god, that is loud! That is loud. That would wake you up. You wouldn't need an alarm clock. Right, let's wait now until the alarm goes off. But the tea is made. Okay, now I thought I'd set it for 6, but it's 5:02 and it's gone off. So let's put it on snooze. So there we go, the snooze has gone off. That's the alarm sound. It's not too bad, but you can't re-snooze it. It's just off. Now I have noticed that there's no heating plate or whatever, so if you did happen to go back to sleep, you're not going to have hot tea, it's going to go cold. So if I pull out the teapot, so there's no spillages on the inside. Oh, actually, I think that does have a heating plate, maybe. But that's plastic, it couldn't. I think it's just the heat from this. I don't think there is a heating plate on there, because that's plastic, it would just melt, so unfortunately. So let's open up the teapot. And there we go. Give it a little stir. Take our cup with the pre-prepared milk and sugar. And there we go. We have our cup of tea made ready in the morning. So this was sort of like a controlled environment because it was it's here in the workshop. So if I take the little tray off there, water boils up and then like a percolator comes down into the teapot. But that is quite noisy. So that's going to wake you up. The boiling is not too bad, but obviously if it builds up with limescale, kettles that build up with limescale do get loud. Cleaning it, I can't see it being a problem. You just drop in the solution, you know, the anti-limescale stuff. Do it a few times, you could clean it out that way. And that is enough for 2 big pots of cups of tea. Pop your little tray on top. And there we go, done and dusted. So like I said, this was only in the studio. So what we're going to do is take it upstairs, take it up to bed, and we're going to set it up properly next to the bed and set the alarm and see how it goes. So I'll see you tonight. Okay, so I've got everything kind of like set up here. Excuse the broken top. The only picture I could find was that one in the drawer, so I just shoved that in. That was the only suitable one, so I shoved that in. I noticed that when you press the set, if you haven't got the teapot in, there's a little button here, so it won't set it unless you have it in. So I've set, let's turn that off. So the time is set. And I've set my cup of tea for 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to set the alarm. There we go. So that's the alarm button on. So I have to take this off. I've got the water here. Ooh. Right, let's pour this in. Sugar. Okay, right, so the water is in. Let's lock the top. Let's put the teapot in. You can hear it hit that switch. So there we go. So that's in, pushed out of the way. Now we can set the tea. And put the tray on top. I've got my little milk jug with a little stopper in there. And I tell you what I forgot to do is I forgot to put the tea bags in the teapot. So I got 2 tea bags. Close that up. Push that in, handle safely out the way, and then, oh God, I'm going to end up knocking this off in the middle of the night, I can see it. 2 mugs, 2 cups, 2 saucers, 2 spoons, ready there for Happy Lux and I in the morning. So let's just have a look and see how bright that is. Turn off bedroom. You can see the glow of the time. I can see it better with not filming it, and then you can see the 2 little green dials. So that's really not a bright light. So that's quite okay. Turn on bedroom. There we go. So there we go. We are all set up now for the morning with the milk, the teapot, the timer, the alarm, my ugly mug, and 2 other mugs as well. So let's wait until morning if I don't knock it off the bed. Okay, so as you see, it made my cuppa. This is quite a thick teapot, so it's not going to go cold too quickly. Bit more milk. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that is nice. So there we go. An old Swan Teasmade. Made my cup of tea in the morning. The alarm did go off at 5 past, but as you would have heard from the percolation of the, transfer of water from the boiler to the pot, that's enough to wake you up. So how long am I going to be using this here? I don't know. I'm going to find a better spot for it because it's a bit too precarious here on the side of the bed. Plus all my other gadgets and bits are sort of like pushed out the way. So yeah, I'll do a follow-up video of it at some point, but I'm going to carry on using it and see how long it takes before I get bored of it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, y'all.